Hey everybody, and welcome back to ContinueQuest. I'm Paul.
I'm Nick.
I'm Jen.
Paul Mike.
Nick Mike.
It's a tradition.
Jen Mike.
Yeah.
That wasn't even a good one.
You skipped because you didn't do your vocal exercise.
Oh, Bobby Newport.
There it
There you
is.
Oh, we just finished that.
We're a little phlegmy because we just ate a bunch of cheese fries.
Oh my God.
Perfect
It was like
pre-recording meal.
Yeah.
I got home from work and it was like surprise cheese fries,
Cheese
and
fries
I almost
time.
passed out. I was so excited.
Yeah.
It was real
a
good.
lot of dairy.
Yeah, a lot of cheese.
It was whiz too, because we're from Philly.
Fully
Cheese whiz.
cheese.
Can figure that cheese whiz all over it.
Fully.
All right.
Oh,
So I don't remember what's happening. Jen,
I
do you?
do. Well, we just went on a date with you.
Yeah.
And Nick and Josh were there.
Yeah, we had
Okay.
a good.
It all went well. Everybody was very nice.
yeah,
to
we had a good
Hannah.
hangout time,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then there was some alone time that was kind of
Yeah.
nice.
Oh.
Hannah and Paul danced a little bit.
Did they have a kiss? I thought they had a kiss.
Don't think that happened.
I think they kissed.
I thought there was a big graphic of me kissing her.
No, it was a graphic of you two dancing.
Oh, that's right. It was a very romantic dance.
Yeah, what do you think? She was kind of hussy.
No,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
On
I
the
thought
first
Paul was
group
a-
date.
Yeah,
I thought that my
Paul's a hussy.
charmingness just took over her mind.
Dude, you're like, yo, my two friends are away. Let's go make out.
That's exactly how it happened.
That's how you guys started dating.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, how accurate has it been so far to dating Paul
Of dating
in real
Paul?
life?
To dating all of Continue, it's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two other idiots show up and ruin everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no. You know. You guys did contribute good things. You pulled the prize out of
Some
the cream
fun.
machine.
Yeah.
Josh bought me some pastries, some baked goods, which I obviously love. And
Uh-huh.
Paul took me to a bonfire and almost burned the entire place down.
Yeah,
so,
sounds
you
about
know,
right.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah, it is pretty accurate. Yeah.
Yeah. I was telling Rebecca about it. She's like, yeah, it sounds like dating you and being friends with everybody else. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Pretty accurate. But
Now it's spooky night.
spooky night, somebody knocked on the door. Twice, I believe.
Go see who it is.
Yeah.
I stood and quietly padded over to the door, doing my very best not to wake my. I pulled open the door, a hair peeking out to see who it was.
Who is it?
It's me. It's a Paul.
It's a Paul.
An excited Paul
I didn't
stood.
get what I wanted, so I came back.
Oh, no.
Excited Paul. That's gross. Don't put those words into my mouth.
You said it.
Don't put those words in
You
my
said
mouth.
it.
You just click past them too fast.
Yeah.
for us to read.
You got like
Okay.
really embarrassed. You're
I don't
like, no,
remember
no, no, no,
voice
no, no,
acting
no.
those lines, guys.
Yeah, you did.
An
Yeah, you
excited.
would record that creepy laugh for the thing.
Which one?
For Asagao. We didn't record it before, but we are now.
Right?
Put it in the game now. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
What did you do?
Nope. Return. I gotta go back. The screen
Get that
popped
thing
up.
out of there.
Hold
What
on.
did you do?
Why won't this go away? I'm in that application. Okay, we fixed it.
All right.
An excited Paul stood in the doorway, drumming his hands on his pants like a kid about to go on a roller coaster. I opened the door fully.
Paul, what are you doing
Oh, she
here?
said
You're
Paul.
going to be in so much trouble if people find out about this.
I love the trouble. Hannah. Paul grabbed my hands and held him to his chest, eyes glittering.
That's riddle life.
I know how I'm gonna beat Jeff, and you're going to help me.
I'm... What?
What?
You're already an accomplice to my crime.
Dude, you're gonna be a spy for
Total.
him.
This is a total Italian moment right now.
Yeah, dude, this is very Sicilian.
You're getting made right
It's
now.
like, listen, I did something for you. I took you
Yeah.
to the flower festival. Now you got to do something for
Listen,
me.
you're going to be a part
And
of
you're
our
gonna own-
thing.
you're
gonna
gonna
be a
own
part
me
of
for the
our
rest
thing.
of
I
your
need
life.
some of your blood. I need
Yep.
some of your hair, and I need a piece of your soul.
Yeah.
He released my hands and began pacing the narrow space in front of my doorway. I pulled the door closed so as not to wake Ma. If you close it that heavily, you're going to wake her.
Yeah.
It seemed like this could take a while. Nick, Josh, and I are all fantastic people.
Fantastic people.
Fantastic. Just the best people.
Just the best people.
This is something that simply can't be argued. People are saying it.
People are saying we're the best.
We're charismatic, charming,
what is
destructive.
going on right now?
We're keeping this topical. We've got a nice triple hit combo with my guidance, Nick's positive humor, and Josh's dour but hilarious perspective.
Accurate.
We're everything people want in friends, but we're not what people want in a leader. Not yet.
Ooh.
Yo, this is where you drop the Cosa Nostra on her, dude.
Yeah. We need a strategist, a social center, a female perspective. That's true.
Yo, true.
Yo, we're hiring. Continues hiring. Real. This is real talk right now.
No, it's not.
Nah, we got Jen. We got our female perspective now.
I'm the only one you need.
Mm-hmm. Where can we find these things? How many people could we trust enough to handle our delicate humor? Who wouldn't turn on us the first time we wreaked havoc upon their lives?
True that,
You're
man.
willing to face me, an outstretched finger at my throat.
Oh,
That's
Oh my
dangerous.
God.
I'll fucking cut
That's
you.
where you come in.
Paul, I don't know.
You're kind, you're contemplative, you're intelligent, you understand the female perspective, and you bring a whole new view of life at Asagao that we couldn't share. That, and you're mysterious. A transfer student suddenly appearing at school, a girl with pink hair and access to the school's most popular and influential men? I don't know how you did it, but you've got everyone's eyes on you. My shoulders hunched and I tried to ease them away from my ears. I didn't know about that. Moreover, I didn't want that. I didn't want people's eyes on me.
Paul, I think you're misunderstanding. I'm not any of those things. I would love to help out with your campaign, but I can't be a part of this team. I'd be in the spotlight.
Cheese fries.
Cheese fries.
I'd be cheese fries.
I'd be cheese fries. I need cheese fries. If you pay me in cheese fries, I will do it.
I'd be responsible. I'm still new here. It's too much pressure, too much stress. What if I messed up and I really hurt somebody? What if I made life worse for people or wasted their time?
Jeez.
It's too much for me to handle. I can't.
She's taking this real seriously.
Dude, social
she's getting
anxiety.
real
It's
neurotic
tough.
about it.
Paul grinned. I know. That's exactly why we need you, Hannah. Don't you see? We need you to level us out. We are altogether too quick to make decisions, too sure of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I envisioned a flawless, unopposed victory. Even when Jeff first told me he was running, I didn't expect him to gain a following.
Dude,
But today, this is some Trump shit. He's a
Dude.
Trump right now. He's
dude,
real
fucking
Trump.
Jeff is a total Trump.
Total Trump, dude.
Oh,
Dude.
man.
He's always like Trump's
I hope
playing
Jeff
stuff
doesn't
on Twitter,
watch.
dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. He's always calling people what he is on Twitter.
Yeah.
But everyone knows that he really is. He's
Yeah.
calling other people that thing.
Yeah.
But today, as I was looking at his posters, I realized two things. First, he's serious about running. And second, the student body really feels like he could make a difference. More of a difference than I did this past year. He cast his eyes to the floor for an instant, momentarily said, it was Congress's fault that I couldn't get anything done
Well, dude,
this
they
past
stopped
semester.
you.
Yeah, they
Mhm.
kept
You got in
They
and
shut you down.
They were just like, we're not going to let anything Paul
We're gonna-
passes go past us.
We're going to filibuster the shit out of this guy.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask why, but he was already back at it. So, will you join me? With you, I really think we can do it.
Cosa Nostra.
You only have one option. It's
Why
dot,
is
dot,
that my
dot.
only option? Click it. I have to think about it. I have no idea how I feel about it right now.
But tell me, it's 2 a.m. Tell me.
Dude, that's classic tactics, man.
Yes,
Way
it
to
is.
go.
It's a hot. You put them under the pressure.
Yeah.
You know? You boil them a little bit.
Yeah.
Pressure cooker them. Paul's face fell for a second. Then instantly he
For decision
brightened again.
making.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. This is the caution and foresight we as a team require.
Paul, keep your force down. Your force. Your voice down. You'll cause a scandal.
It is my
Jesus,
handle.
cheese fries have drunken me.
I know. He cleared his throat, glancing nervously up and down the hall. Right. Anyway, I'm looking forward to hearing your answer. So tell me right now. Did you want to know anything else before I left?
Actually,
There was a lot to consider here. If I joined, what would I be doing? Trailing after them and cleaning up their messes, making flyers and the like, cheering them on, providing consultations? And there was something else I wanted to know, something that I wasn't sure I had the courage to ask. Was it just for the campaign that he wanted my help? Or was it something else? Something more behind it? I mean, words. We'd be able to spend a lot of time together after all.
Oh, damn.
What do you think, Jen? You gonna be forward or are you gonna dance around it?
let's be forward.
This one?
Yes.
Paul cocked his head to the side.
Was that the wrong answer?
Nobody asked Paul.
I already told you, don't you get it? You're magic, a special four-tailed unicorn, thundering from the heavens to provide our campaign exactly the spice and sustenance it needs.
Dude, they nailed you, man.
Yeah, using words like sustenance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Does that not make sense?
No, it does.
He spoke so genuinely, so filled
I
with
picked
conviction.
the wrong answer.
I think he might have. That
I
I
think
was left
so.
with no doubts. He had absolutely no hidden motives. Go ahead, Nick.
No,
What?
he just
I thought-
said exactly that.
Oh, I thought you said so.
I picked
Oh,
the
no,
wrong
no.
picked the wrong answer there. He got a little mad at me.
Yeah.
I think he did. I smiled bitterly, but honestly, I should have been happy to be valued for something other than romance. It was nice to be useful and helpful. I could actually make a difference at my new home. I tried to tell myself this as I stared at Paul's slippered feet. I love slippers.
Yeah, he does.
I do.
I like the slippers but all of this too.
Like you put
all
your
the top
uniform
and then
on,
slippers.
but just put on the slippers.
Jen, how often do I wear just slippers with all my regular clothes?
I thought you were just gonna say just slippers.
Just
Just
slippers.
slippers.
Well, besides when I'm doing that.
Slippers and your robe. So
Yeah.
you can,
My monogrammed robe.
yeah.
Basically, anytime you're in the house,
It's slippers.
it's slipper time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Slipper time.
yeah,
Slipper time. What's the time?
slipper time.
Slipper time. I was happy about this. To see this as a disappointing would be short-sighted.
Well, I'll give it some thought.
You better. Paul nodded and clapped me on the back. I shivered. I just love my romanticness. in
Thanks,
this.
Hannah.
I look forward to hearing what you have to say. Soon.
Leave already. More than just your campaign will be in trouble if you get caught here.
All right. Right. Be seeing you, Hannah, and sweet dreams.
Oh, damn.
I nodded as I watched him stealthily jog down the hall and out of sight in his slippers. I sighed. No doubt working on the campaign would be fun, and I would get to spend a lot of time with Paul. But I was really okay with torturing myself by hanging around. But was I really okay with torturing myself by hanging around a guy who clearly wasn't interested? And could I face my fears of being in the public's eye? I just danced with you, Hannah. I crawled into bed.
He's getting all fucking defensive.
Finally tired enough. That was a romantic gesture if I ever knew one. One thing was for sure. I needed Mai's opinion. She's going to be like, dude, you're being dumb.
This sounds perfect to me, Hannah.
Mai and I sat at our desk before class the next day. I quietly told her about Paul's midnight visit, and Mai, at first ecstatic about the potential for scandalous romance, quickly sobered.
You were looking for a way to make more friends, right? Maybe this is the thing to do.
You know, that voice is fitting her more and more.
It's working.
Yeah.
It's working.
I guess so.
Mai popped a piece of gum into her mouth, the school newspaper open on her desk.
It's just that I don't know if I'm strong enough to be able to handle that.
I thought it was going to be Mai put a piece of gum in her mouth. The school newspaper always came with a piece wrapped inside of it. I was like, that's the best school newspaper.
Dude.
It's like old baseball cards.
I'd read. I would have read more school newspapers.
Yeah, man. Dude, that would raise up the newspaper
Mhm.
numbers.
Hey, middle schools, get with it.
Pay attention.
Gum in the newspapers.
It's clear that he's not interested in me, and I don't want to spend more time with him.
Bingo.
Maybe you'll get over him by spending more time with him. Sometimes that happens, you know. They seem great until you spend all your time with them.
That's true. That's
You think?
fucking
Yeah.
sage-ass advice by Mai.
Well, let's just say I see this as more likely in his case.
Ooh, damn.
Sassy.
I drummed my fingers on the desk.
Maybe I could at least learn to see him as a friend while on the council. Probably. It's just a crush after all. I'll get over it when I find someone else I'm interested in.
Come on, Hannah.
Damn,
I
dude.
smiled at Mai, but she didn't even notice.
Mai, are you even listening to me?
I'm looking at Jared. Hannah, you should read this.
I like that you tried to do it, Paul. Stop it.
do it. I did the voice. She tossed the newspaper, the Continue news column, blared off the page with the headline, Secret Weapon.
Dude.
My hands started
Do we
to
control
sweat.
the media, too?
Yeah, we do. Yes, of course
The
we do.
soul-
Holy
media.
shit, dude.
We have a column, dude. My hands started to sweat as I read the words. Our current class president and 1/3 of the writing team for the Continue column, Paul Ritchey, has revealed that he has a secret weapon in store for this year's student council elections. The fight is tough this time around, Ritchey was quoted saying. So I looked closely at our weaknesses and decided to enlist a bit of outside help. Students have professed worry over the balance of our team in more ways than one, and I'm happy to announce that this should ease their minds. Ritchie declined further comments, saying only, "You'll meet her when the time comes."
Oh, damn.
I put the newspaper down, watching
Dropped
mine.
her in there.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder everybody's reading it this morning. I bet half of them think he's got a girlfriend.
Oh, no.
I put my head in my hands. Mai patted me on the back, nodding sadly.
There's no way I can refuse now. Not when he's already done this. Not unless he has someone else in mind. How could he do something like this? That's so manipulative.
Classic Paul.
Yep.
Fucking Paul.
Mai's hands flew off my back, and her eyes darted towards the door.
Maybe you should tell him that yourself.
There he is.
Confrontation.
Fucking scumbag himself.
Scumbag. Damn. I'm getting smeared here by myself in my own newspaper.
So, like, can we date Jared now? 'Cause
Hey.
you're
Yeah, dude,
dead.
you're sleazy, dude. I don't
Or
know if I
Gerard.
like this Paul.
Or
Hey,
Satchel.
maybe-
Anyone other than you.
Maybe I'm going to redeem myself, okay? Paul
Yeah,
entered
maybe
our
it's
class.
just like a happy misunderstanding.
I think that's, in classic Paul fashion, it would be a happy Paul Happy Paul misunderstanding. Happy Paul standing. Paul entered our classroom, glancing around it quickly. When he saw me, he grinned and darted over. There you are, my dear. Oh boy, he was not helping the situation.
Paul, how could you put this in the paper? I never told you yes.
Right, yeah, about that. I kind of told Nick and Josh to get started on the article right before I went to talk to you. And Brad, I'm finishing my lines. My lines, Brad. Brad, my lines. Lines, I'm reading them. That was disgusting. This is falling apart. I've lost control. I've lost control again. And we're back, and I'm going right into it. I kind of told Nick and Josh to get started on the article right before I went to talk to you. And see, the newspaper got sent out to the printers at midnight. And once it's sent, we can't make changes without paying for it out of pocket. So by the time I got back, it was already in the paper. He giggled uncertainly, and I resisted the urge to smack his arm.
What are you going to do if I say no?
You're going to say no? A ripple of whispers shot through the classroom. I glanced around. That's good sound design right there. And suddenly noticed everyone's eyes on me and Paul. Of course, I should have known. I lowered my voice to a whisper, trying to look as casual and uninvolved as possible. Having a senior visit the classroom in the morning specifically to see me, heck, even most couples choose to meet outside so as not to draw attention. This was practically a declaration of intent to date.
Whoa.
Even if I knew Paul didn't see it that way. Was he really so thoughtless, or did he just not see me that way, so it never occurred to him that others might feel like we could be a couple?
Oblivious Paul. Doesn't know when to quit.
Mm-hmm.
Sad.
Obliv Paul. Obliv Paul.
Obliv Paul.
Either option depressed me. Damn.
Wow.
No matter what I do, I'm depressed.
Yeah, stop it. Maybe you're the one who's messing up here, not me.
Yeah, right?
Look, we're making a scene. We should meet up after school to talk about it.
Great idea, Hannah. If I can't convince you, then you're free to say no. But where should we meet? He stroked his chin thoughtfully, then snapped his fingers. I got it. I owe you an ice cream to make up for the one that I ruined, so how about that? As our conversation grew quieter, the students crowded closer. Mimi was almost right behind Paul with eyes like a devil. An ice cream date?
Yeah, classic Mimi right there.
Deal. So I'll meet you there after class. Speaking of, you should really get going. The bell will ring any minute.
Hey, you're right. He tasseled my hair affectionately, and I instinctively shoved his arm away from me. See you then, Hannah. I love that I'm just like an oblivious idiot.
Yeah, you're just
Yeah.
like,
You're like,
my
oh,
kid
that's
sister.
sweet.
Yeah.
He left the room, and I collapsed onto my chair. Gradually, the stillness in the class returned to its regular pre-lesson commotion, though dark looks still shot at me like curses. I whistled.
That's my whistling. Way to go, Hannah. You're killing it. You said you didn't want to be in the spotlight, but it looks like you'll be there whether you want it or not.
I sighed and threw my head down on the desk. Today was just not my day. Wow, things are moving along now.
Yeah.
After class, I said goodbye to Ma and made my way to the cafeteria, feet dragging like blocks of ice. For some reason, the slow trek felt like a death march. Part of me was saying goodbye to something. I watched the wind in the trees and smiled at the stressed faces of passing students. Yes, goodbye. It was a goodbye to life as I knew it. Thanks to Paul, everything was going to change.
Fucking Paul.
I had a good run, didn't I? By the time I got to the shop, Paul was waiting for me, along with a swarm of curious onlookers.
Oh, who's this chick?
I don't know, all pretending to be there for food or some other activity. They peered from behind their notebooks and strolled through the aisles of the school shop, eyes straining to see past bags of chips and wrapped onigiri to Paul and me.
Yo, I think Mimi's girl, Paul.
I think so. She is.
She is.
Totally
We
is.
totally said that.
Hey, Hannah. Glad you could make it.
Yeah, me too.
Paul led the way to the counter, where he ordered 2 vanilla ice cream cones with a dazzling smile. Then, after a brief pause, he looked at me. Wait, please cover one of those in sprinkles.
Sprinkles!
Not even like
I fucking
sprinkles,
love
please.
sprinkles.
Like, cover this with
Cover it.
sprinkles.
Bedazzle that with spit.
That's what I'm gonna say next time I get an ice cream cone.
Please, bedazzle
Can you
that.
bedazzle
Just
that
sprinkle
with
it.
rainbow sprinkles, please?
The cafeteria worker heard my cry and chuckled. When Paul received the cones, one was so drenched in sprinkles you couldn't even see the vanilla. I bounced excitedly on my heels. Careful not to drop this one.
I'm not the one who should be worried about that.
Flirty.
Ice cream in hand, Paul led us away from the Normal Boots Club table and to a table next to the window. We sat and soaked in the sunshine. It was a small change, but I had never seen the cafeteria from this angle. It made it feel special. So, Paul bit the tip of his ice cream and looked at me. It's very sexual,
You're
Paul.
an ice cream biter, dude?
Yeah. I'm a biter.
Yeah?
I'll lick occasionally, but I like the bite. Prefer a bite.
Or is it
I do like
soft
the
serve?
lipped bite. You know,
Is it soft serve or is it?
soft serve? If it's soft serve, I'll do a lipped bite. Like
Yeah.
You like wrap your lips around it, you know? You put your lips over your teeth.
Yeah, if it's like hard ice cream, I'll bite it.
Yeah, of course.
Soft serve, you gotta lick.
Soft serve, I do
I think
a
that's
couple.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do a couple licks, but then I'll do like the turtle bite.
Paul's like the owl in the Tootsie Pop commercials.
Yeah.
He's
A
like
one,
a one, a two, and he just bites the
Turtle
whole
bite.
I worked at Friendly's, man.
soft
You're not allowed
serve
to
ice
bite
cream
it.
cone.
You're not allowed to bite it. We kick biters out.
I'm terrible at small talk when something's on my mind, so we'll skip it. Tell me, how can I convince you to join the campaign? I slurp my ice cream, then shoot it thoughtfully. The sprinkles would definitely make my mouth look like a rainbow carnival. Note to self, try not to smile. What would make me feel comfortable joining the campaign? I kicked my feet aimlessly under the table, gazing out the window. The temptation of spending time with Paul, exactly as we were now, was already something in his favor, but I really had no confidence I could be of any help. I barely knew Asagao, and people didn't care about me the way Paul seemed to think they did. Well, maybe now they knew my name, but it was not a positive association, not for the girls anyway. I didn't know most things about how the student government worked, or how it helped the school, or what the needs were. Was it even a position that I could affect change? Paul was watching me carefully, his breath held. As I gazed into his face, I realized I was missing a key component of the campaign.
Why don't you want to be president?
Why don't you
want to be president? I can't read.
It's okay. I was having troubles myself.
I'm Italian. Natural born politician.
Leader.
Paul tapped his nose. I've been reading a book where people tap their nose a lot, and no one does that anymore. The nose tap, the knowing nose tap.
Oh, I see.
Paul tapped his nose as if I asked the question. The question. See, I'm not some great philanthropist or anything. I don't think I can claim to have an unabashed, indiscriminate desire to do whatever I can to make the world a better place.
I just want power.
When it came down to it, if I had to choose between taking care of my friends or taking care of strangers, I'd pick my friends first. I'm compassionate, but I'm not a martyr. Let's get that out of the way first.
You're not doing a good case for yourself.
No.
He furrowed his
You're
brow,
like,
rolling.
I'm selfish.
rolling
That's
his
for my
neck.
friends.
Yeah.
I don't care about everyone else.
Yeah, big school government payouts
Mm-hmm.
for things like the drama department.
Tax cuts for the top.
Because my friend runs the drama department.
Trying to get rid of the estate tax for older students. This question is so hard. Every time I answer it differently. It's just that it matters so much. I don't know if I can give one answer that comes close to how I feel about it. Okay. He set his hands down on the table, tapping it rhythmically as he voiced his thoughts. So let's say you want to make some kind of difference, and you have the entire world to go, and you have the whole entire world to go about doing it in, right? There's a lot of stuff going on everywhere. Climate change, poverty, the literacy rate,
Speaking of
water
the
access.
literacy rate.
What's that? The literacy rate, yeah. Water access. I'm just going to keep steam barreling past this. There's so much one person can do.
Man, we're really hating on Paul today.
Dude,
He deserves
yeah,
it. You see the way he acted?
I know.
Give me a chance to make up for it, okay?
Oblivious to love.
I don't know.
You go and wine and dine this girl, and then you're just like, yeah, come work for me.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is a bad idea.
That is not
Yeah.
real life.
I'm just trying to make her the first lady. That's all.
First
damn,
lady.
Yeah, that's true.
But one
Flotus.
person can't do all of it. Flotus. You have to pick and choose your battles. Right now, my world is a lot smaller. He drew a tiny circle on the table. Right now, my world is Asagao and the Normal Boots Club. And while I was here years prior, I would walk around, and while I was here years prior, I would walk around and see how ineffectual our student government was. Like, it was just a title. The people who ran it got perks like skipping class, but they didn't feel any responsibility to the student body. If you've noticed, all cultural activities are put on by the students of their own choosing. Jared's fashion show, John's play. And there was this major communication gap between teachers and students. Students were literally going mad with stress. Mr. McPasta used to sleep for only 4 hours a night. He was working so hard to deal with all of us. And it wasn't like I was looking for a way to make the world better or anything. I just looked around and thought, hey, this isn't right. And I talked to Nick and Josh, and we came up with all these ideas for how it could be better. We were sitting there in our room congratulating ourselves for having figured out all these solutions, feeling really good about it and everything. And finally, one of us just goes, why don't we actually do it then? Paul leaned back, his hand sliding onto his lap. He seemed relieved. So we did it. That's how it happened. Wait, what was the question again? I pointed silently to the ice cream cone he'd set on the table, which was now forming a puddle on the laminate surface. Paul cursed and started licking around the cone, bent down like a dog.
Oh my god.
I threw some napkins on the table. I would not do that. Then bit into my cone, watching him lap up the vanilla. So this was our student council president. I bit into the cone again. So undignified half the time, so unintentionally destructive, so gung-ho that he didn't even notice how his failures messed with the rest of us. I sighed and popped
Oh my god.
I sighed and popped the rest of the cone into my mouth. Paul was drinking the vanilla out of his increasingly soggy cone, our conversation forgotten. Look, I'm not that big of a failure, right, guys? I'm starting to worry that this is...
You're like, this is really
Secretly
true
what
to
you're
life.
like.
And now you're like, I don't know.
I don't know. Am I really that big of a... Oh, jeez. I clasped my hands on the table.
I'll do it.
Should be your like PR manager.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
What?
Stop
you will?
fucking up.
You don't even know what my platform is yet. I mean, I haven't really made it, but...
It's fine. I'll do it. I want to help you.
Paul raised an eyebrow at me, clearly confused about my sudden change of heart. I shook my head, and I didn't want to talk about it. Yeah. Well, great idea. Great.
Good, great.
In that case, we were planning to have a meeting tomorrow during lunch to get a strategy going.
I'll be there.
I smiled sadly at him. Are you sure you're okay? You don't seem really happy about this. I drummed my fingers against the table, wondering how to explain what just happened.
Have you ever just kind of had something drop into your lap that you couldn't turn away no matter how you felt about it?
I don't think so. I shrugged.
It's hard to explain, but there was no way I could refuse. I need to be on this campaign with you. I just do.
Paul stared at me in shock. Then a small smirk quirked his lips.
Laps.
Well. I knew there was something special about you. He was clearly impressed with me, and it pricked me. I scanned the cafeteria, noting the people hovering just out of earshot.
I think I'm going to head out.
Okay, I'll walk you back. Paul gathered up the soggy napkins and stood, but I held out my hand.
Please don't.
Damn.
Hana.
I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Damn. I left him standing there in the cafeteria, quickly running through the hovering people and into the sunshine, gasping for air. The sun was setting. The conversation must have taken longer than I thought. I jogged back to the dorms, trying hard not to think about what happened. Trying very hard to ignore the sinking feeling that hit my stomach as I listened to him speak, but there was nothing for it. The damage was done. Damn, this ain't going well. I walked into my room,
Yeah, what do
hoping
we do?
desperately...
Is that one answer?
Yeah.
I fucked up.
Hoping desperately Maya would be at practice or busy with something, but...
Hana.
You have to tell me... Oh, shit,
You
sorry.
have
I'm
to
so
tell
used
me
to reading.
everything. How'd it go? Is the interview? Are you on the campaign? Man, you're going to kick total ass. I just know it. I knew you were destined for greatness.
Maya grabbed my hand, jumping up and down. I avoided her eyes.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's wrong with you?
I threw down my bag next to the desk and tried to take off my shoes with my feet. One came off easily, but the other, the right one, caught on my ankle, just like it always did. I tied the laces too tight, and I never bothered to fix them when I put them on, so it always happened when I was trying to take them off. And now I was standing there like a dilapidated penguin, and all I wanted was this stupid shoe off.
Ugh.
I threw myself on the floor and ripped the shoe off with my hands. Maya watched me in silence. I put my head in my hands, covering my face, breathing deeply, trying hard not to let it show, trying very hard not to let it show.
Hana, are you okay?
I shook my head slowly.
Did you join when you didn't want to? Or did he do something bad to you again?
I wiped my face with a hand.
No, that's the problem.
I took a deep breath, again, not wanting to talk while I was crying, but it was too late. That sentence opened the floodgates and started sobbing on the floor. And I started sobbing on the floor.
What happened then?
Maya flew to my side, rubbing my back.
Whatever happened, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure you didn't mean it, or you'll do great, or...
I buried my head on her shoulder, in her shoulder, shaking my head.
I'm just being a baby. It's not really a bad thing at all. I just didn't want it to happen. I didn't think it would happen. I didn't know it could happen this way.
How long are you going to talk around this? Just tell me what happened.
I pulled my head back so I could see her face. It wasn't something I wanted to admit. I didn't even know how to admit it. It was something that had never happened before. But while sitting there and listening to Paul, listening to the plain and utter compassion he had for people, listening to how passionately he wanted to be the student council president and how he came to that decision, as he spoke, I felt a terrible sinking feeling in my stomach. I looked out the window then. The cherry blossom tree that had been blooming during the flower festival was losing its petals, and I watched another fall to the ground in slow motion. So this is what it feels like, I thought.
I'm in love with Paul, and I don't even understand how it happened.
That was pretty quick, Hannah. Mai's hands froze for a second. Then she started rubbing my back yet again. I waited for her to tell me that I was blowing things out of proportion or jumping to conclusions, but she said nothing. When I looked up at her, she was shaking her head, staring at the wall.
That's just how things fall sometimes, Hannah.
It's so hard for this scene to be really impactful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, because that was a sad scene.
You getting sad? At some point, I was
Just
able...
that she was like so mean
yeah.
to him because she realized she was in love with him.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It's very
'Cause
sad.
she doesn't know how to handle it.
Shut up, Brad.
Oh, Brad
That
doesn't
could've
know
been
how to handle it.
15 minutes.
I'm telling you, we should check the timer because he probably set it off early because he's over there sobbing like
He's
a little
crying at the
bitch.
control
Yeah.
panel.
Right? I think that's why
Let's
I'm
shut it
feeling
down.
sad.
Damn.
What a jerk.
We'll see you guys in a week.